Here are now two heroes. They served in Afghanistan. Fox News contributor Joey Jones, along with Republican Senate candidate in Pennsylvania, Sean Parnell. Let me ask you both. Joey, you go first. You're watching what's unfolding. We're leaving munitions. You see, we're now begging the Taliban, oh, please don't destroy our embassy when you take over Kabul. They have 60% of the country. I can't think of a worse foreign policy blunder than this right now in modern history. Your reaction?
It's by far the worst in my life. I mean, perhaps if you say that we could have prevented 9/11, that's worse. But outside of that, what will come of this? And I think what just makes me so mad about this is we have a man in the White House that couldn't predict this, that told us just a week ago nothing like this would happen. We have a man in the White House, we have leaders of our country that could not see this happening. The entire country pretty much falling in a matter of weeks. That was not something they could see coming. And those are the people that are going to keep us safe, that are in charge of our borders, that are in charge of a virus that's spreading across the country, the people that couldn't see this happening. Or did they know and they just wanted to lie to us because Biden knew he would be the president that lost Afghanistan and he would rather do it before the midterms than after? I don't know. Only Biden can answer that question.
And Sean, they're literally asking, please don't hurt our embassy. And think about what role do you want to play in the international community? I would argue we already know the answer. The leading sponsor of terror. There's your answer.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think it's important to acknowledge that Trump deserves a lot of credit for starting the conversation of getting us out of Afghanistan. But Trump's plan was very different than what Joe Biden is doing. Trump had a phased withdrawal that was supposed to be based on conditions on the ground in order to move on to a next phase. Trump was engaged with regional leaders in the area. Joe Biden has been president for 7 months, and he still hasn't had a conversation with the prime minister of Pakistan. And I think this is the most egregious thing. Joe Biden pushed our withdrawal date back to September 11th for strictly political reasons. And why does that matter? Because it gave the Taliban the time and the space to consolidate and reorganize and plan an attack on Kabul. Sean, my men in Afghanistan bled the ground red. And for the last 7 months, I've watched generals, engage in Twitter fights with people, debate the merits of critical race theory on Capitol Hill. It seemed like our generals were more concerned with fighting Tucker Carlson than they were the Taliban, and we are seeing the tragic and disastrous consequences of that play on the battlefield right now. To our soldiers, you did your job. You sacrificed, you fought, you gave the people of Afghanistan a shot for freedom, and it's important for the American people to hear this. It's time. We need to blame the suits for this tragic failure and not the boots.
And it could have been prevented. And what are the parents that lost their sons and daughters and our national treasure thinking about this disaster that was easily prevented? And Joe said would never happen. Anyway, so sad. Thank you both.